Hello everyone, in this video we're gonna go over quickly with some of the features that you should know if you are preparing for the AZ500 exam. And so what is Azure Active Directory? And I'm on the Microsoft Documents documentation page, and this is something that you should be using a lot as well. So the Azure AD is Microsoft cloud-based identity and access management service. Okay, so you can do a lot of things. Who are the prime users of the Active Directory? IT admins, app developers, and if you have Office 365, Dynamics CRM, those people they can also use. What are Azure AD licenses? Microsoft Online Business Service such as Office 365, Microsoft Azure require Azure AD for sign-in and to help with identity protection. If you subscribe to any Microsoft Online Business Service, you can automatically get Azure AD with access to all free features. Okay, now this is something important for you to understand, the pricing options available for AD. So the basic service for the Active Directory is actually free. It provides user and group management, even provide on-premise directory synchronization, basic reports, even self-service password reset option. So that to me could be a exam question, like what is the lowest or cheapest option where you have the self-service password change available in Azure Active Directory. So you may think, oh my god, this may be a paid feature, but it's not. It's included even within the Active Directory free package. It also offers single sign-on and Office 365 or other popular apps. With the premium, you get all of that, and it lets your hybrid users access both on-premises and cloud resources. So this is cloud only, and this is like the on-prem users, then they can also use the Azure Active Directory. Also supports advanced administration, dynamic groups, that's something exam topic, self-service group management, Microsoft Identity Manager, and cloud write back capabilities, which allows self-service password reset on your on-premises users. Okay, now the third and the last option is the Azure Active Directory Premium P2. In addition to free and P1 features, P2 also offers identity protection and privilege identity management. Again, those are the two topics. They are part of the AZ500 exam. So try to understand these two features as best as you can to help discover, restrict, and monitor administrators and their access to resources, and to provide just-in-time access when needed. So another exam question here: what level of Active Directory is required to provide identity protection? So that's gonna be your Azure Active Directory Premium P2. What level provides the privileged identity management service available to you? Again, the answer would be Azure Active Directory Premium P2. What feature would allow just-in-time access to your VMs? Again, it's Azure Active Directory Premium P2. Now there's some terminology, you can look through it a little bit. Identity is pretty much a thing that can be authenticated. So say it's username and password. So you got authenticated to a system. That's your identity. Your account is usually identity that has data. You cannot have account without an identity. So your username may be your name, your last name, and some other details. That makes that account. Azure AD account is same thing on an Azure AD. Okay, subscription is used to pay for Azure cloud services. You can have multiple subscriptions. They're linked to a single credit card. Azure tenant is basically a fancy term for an instance of Azure Directory. Okay, a dedicated and trusted instance of Azure AD. Usually one is automatically created when your organization signs up or you sign up with your personal account. Okay, a single tenant means Azure tenant that have access that access other services in a dedicated environment are considered a single tenant. Multi-tenant means Azure tenants that access other services in a shared environment, okay, between multiple organizations. Azure Active Directory, custom domain, when you log in and create an account with Microsoft, it will give you a free domain, but you can add on your custom domain such as like contoso.com and create a directory that represents that name. Account admin, they're kind of self-explanatory, so I'm gonna go down. Which features work in Active Directory? Application management, authentication. There are two different services: business to business and business to consumer. Now, business to business is really the daily type of work that you do. Your internal mainly used for the internal, that you can also use for the external partner as well. And business to customer, here it's customer faced, and you can use like social profiles, like they can use Gmail or LinkedIn or whatever social features available. They can use those to log in and authenticate to your application. So that's really the B2C. Conditional access, it's again an exam topic. We'll go over this 500. Azure Active Directory for developers. I'm just going to skim through this real quick. Privileged identity management, it's the P2 feature, and this is for managing, controlling and monitoring access within your organization. It allows you to do all of that. So here, sign up for Active Directory Premium, associate this. So let's do something. Let's come back to our Azure portal, and let's go to the Active Directory. And actually I already searched for it, so it's at the top, so I'm just going to go there. So if you go there, most likely you have a default directory view. Okay, so that directory is already created for you, and for me, I have already selected the trial version of the Azure AD Premium P2, so that's why this option is available to me. And the way you would do it, you would turn it on, is here on this blade there should be one blade called licenses. If you go to the licenses and you look for all products and try and buy, okay, if you click on that, it's gonna give you option for either Enterprise Mobility Security E5 or Azure AD Premium P2. So once you click on this, you will click on the activate button to activate it. So I have already done that, so I'm not needed to do this option anymore. But you can do that if you like. License feature, it's gonna tell you what kind of features available to you. The other thing you typically need to do when you activate this license, they give you 100 number of users or 100 licenses with this feature. I have already used 3 different users for this. Okay, so that's why it's saying these users, I have assigned the license to them. So if I from here, you can also assign other users. I don't know if I have other users at this moment, but we'll create some more users. I do, but I have not assigned any other users to use that feature. Okay, to use this feature. So license group, I don't think I have assigned any license group, but I can assign some. Service plan details, it's Azure Active Directory Premium P2. Okay, so it's saying it's going to give me all of that options available to me. So let's go back. So one other thing, you can create any tenant at any time, and I think you can create up to 20 directories, and you yourself can be part of up to 500 different Active Directory tenants. And if you look at it here, my role is global administrator. So let's look at some of the blades that I have available. So you have a getting started that you can use to see how the Active Directory can help protect your business. So you can watch the short video over here. Diagnose and solve problem is a new thing that I am seeing that everywhere Microsoft is giving you common problems and how you can solve it. Users is typically all the users that I have created so far. Deleted users, that's the only user I have deleted so far. So let's go back to the all users. I can do password reset. I can self-service password reset enabled. Yeah, it is enabled for everybody. So if you want to do the self-service password reset, as I said, this feature is actually available for everybody, even with the free account. You should enable that one. User setting, app registration, user register application, yes. Administration portal, restrict access to Azure AD administration portal, no. And LinkedIn allow an account connections, allow users to connect their work or school account, yes. So all of that is already enabled in here. Let's go back to Active Directory again. Groups, I haven't created too many groups. Probably a couple groups I created over here. We'll probably create some more groups. External entities, I don't think I have any. I do not. Let's see, roles and administration. This is an important feature, and there are three main types of roles: owner, contributor, and reader. And you will see these type of roles when we do the role assignment in a little bit. From here you can see my role is the global administrator, because when I signed up for this Azure, I used this email, and on my email, so I'm logged in as that user, so I'm the global administrator for this Azure account. So here it's also giving you some tips. Get just-in-time access to a role when you need using a PIM, so you can learn more about the PIM from there. There's some blades that are in preview. Administrative units, there's nothing at this moment. Devices, I don't think I have anything. I have not registered any devices. App registration, I may have done one app registration. Yeah, SQL app, I was doing some work on that one. Identity governance, I have not done anything. What else do I have? Proxy, I do not have anything. But there are things that you can do about over here. So let me, licenses, I think we already looked at this one. Licensed features and all products, we looked at this one already. This password reset is for yeah, we already looked at that one as well. Property security, let's look at security real quick. Documentation is just giving you some important documentation towards improving security. 5-step security identity infrastructure, Azure AD password guidance, Azure AD data security white paper, and how to password hash work. So there are some links. And for the documentation, again, Azure AD conditional access. So we'll open identity protection, Azure Security Center, secure score, name location, authentication method, multi-factor authentication. Okay, so we'll just open up these pages real quick and see what we have. Some of these pages we may not go in very detail, but let's take a quick look at it. And over here, under security, you can now go to different things. Baseline policy for MFA, end user protection, legacy authentication, MFA for Azure portal access. So it looks like from policies, there's only one that is turned on. Everything else is not available at the moment. Alright, so conditional access, I know that it's something that we'll do a separate lab, but just know that if there is a condition like you wanna let user not to to have to go to the MFA if they're on an office within a certain subnet. You can define that, but if they're from home or from a coffee shop, they have to go to the MFA. You can define all those kind of rules using conditional access. Identity protection will look into this feature. Security center will spend a lot of time. It's a place where you get all the logs, monitoring, and the health. Lots of features, and we'll go over that. Identity score, you also get it within the security center. It kind of tells you how you're doing securing your cloud environment. That's also, we're going to spend a lot of time on that one. Configure named locations, we're not going to do that. Authentication and verification methods are available within our Active Directory. So you can have the password authentication. You can use Microsoft Authenticator app. You can use FIDO2 security keys, that's in preview. Auth hardware tokens. You can use SMS, voice calls, security questions, email address, app password. So now mainly you'll probably be using these features, and most likely what I use password. Authenticator app I use sometimes. SMS I definitely use a lot. So yeah, so that's about it. So those are the different type of features that are available for MFA. Multi-factor authentication, how you enable and all that. We'll show that. 5 steps to security. Strengthen your credential, reduce your attack surface, automate threat response, utilize cloud intelligence, and enable end user services. Here you have also some guidance on how you should be using your password. You should read that, and over here we started from there. So over here, let's come back and let's go back to default directory. The thing that I wanted to show you is create a directory. So if you want, you can create another brand new directory. So let's create a brand AD. Let's do configuration, organization name. Let's do test AD1. Okay, initial domain name test AD1, and that's already used by somebody else. So AD1 A1. Okay, that hopefully I'll have that. Okay, I got that. Data center locations and all of that, and then go review and create. So, and here we're creating an Active Directory with that initial domain name. Okay, it only takes a few minutes to create the directory, and we'll go in there, and you can create, as I said, as many directories as like. I think you have a 20 hard limit. You can possibly contact Microsoft to allow you if you need more, but it can, there might be some use cases where you need that. So again, you can go over here in that notification section to see what's going on. So it's you're right now creating another directory while this is being created. So let's go back to the default directory, close this one out, go back to home, and this button right here, let me see, is this the right button? Yeah, so if you click on this button right there, it's directory and subscription. So when you log in, I usually always log into the default directory, and if you can see, I have already created another directory called Contasha Lab for another work that I was doing, and this directory, when it's created, it should show up over here. So if I want to go back and log into this directory, I can click on that one. So this is another directory I have access to, but see, in this directory I really don't have anything. Just it's Active Directory for me to use. But if I go and look for subscriptions, I shouldn't have any subscription in there because there is nothing there. And see, there is nothing. So it's telling me there is no subscription at all. You don't have any subscription. Okay. So now if you can add, if you like, you can add the subscription, but then you have to go through the whole Microsoft account verification and everything for this one. Okay, if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm just not, I don't want any subscription in there, so I'm just gonna click on this one and get out of it. And here kind of it tells you can use the free trial, you can use pay as you go, developer support, or professional direct support. Different kind of subscription you can add to your new directory. Alright, so here while it's still deploying, let's look at what else do I have. Do I have so this is really an active directory, but I should have access to the directory in here, and as I said, I can create up to 500,000 users. So in this one you can see that I have only active AD free, that's the only thing that I have available. And if I go to users, there shouldn't be any user besides me. I have only one user in here, but not too many members over here at all. Deleted users, password reset, I don't need any of that. Really haven't done too much work on that. Let's go back to notification. This I haven't done anything, so this is not showing anything. So let's go back to our original subscription. Now look at that, this directory is now deployed and it's available to me. So let's go to that one real quick, and again there's nothing in there. So active directory, so we can go in there, and that one should have only one user in here. Again, it's a free account. AD Connect is not started, and I'm not going to use that feature for this one. Users should only have one user right now, so you can always create new user if you like, and create user, say user 1, and name, you have to provide a name for user 1. Okay, first name, last name, they're not required filled, and I'm not really going to log in with this user, and that's about it. So that's all I need to create a new user. Okay, so now I got that user. It's a member. I haven't assigned any roles, so I can click on this user. If I want, I can try to assign some roles for this users. If I Azure role assignments, okay, so if I go there and try to create a role, but you won't be able to do anything because I don't even have any subscription in this one. Well, we'll go for the role assignment stuff in another video. I just wanted to show you guys that what you can do with you can create a tenant if you like, just like groups. If you want to manage roles, you can create users, you can create groups, you can register applications and stuff like that. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Let me go back to the subscription. What I want to be is the default directory. That's where I have my subscription. I have some stuff that I can actually show you. Alright, thank you for the video. Hope you liked it and learned something. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.